On this episode, I'm going to be showing how to fix this outlet that I found behind my pantry during my kitchen renovation and all the code violations associated with it, so stay tuned. Welcome to Fix This House. If you're new to the channel, please consider pressing the subscribe and notification bell so you can always be in tune on DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews that I do within this channel. So I'm in the process of renovating my kitchen, so make sure you tune into my kitchen renovation series so you can always be up to date on my kitchen build. But when I was moving this old kitchen pantry, I came across this outlet that was sticking out the wall that just didn't look right. I did put my new pantry in here, and I'm going to be putting my microwave in here, so I wanted to put the outlet on the inside of the pantry, and we're going to fix this right now to make that work. Just a quick disclaimer, we are going to be working with electrical components today on this video. My electrical codes and your electrical codes might be different, so always make sure that you're always up to date and make sure that you have the proper permits. Turn off the power from your circuit breaker, and also if you're unconfident and you don't feel comfortable working with electricity, make sure that you hire a certified qualified electrician. With that being said, my full disclaimer is in the description down below. Let's get to this video. So like what I preach on all my electrical videos, make sure you turn off the power from your circuit breaker before you work on any outlets or switches. Test it with your voltage tester like what I'm using here. All the tools that I use on this video, I'll leave a link on the description down below. And I'm testing everything, and everything is pretty much shut off. I'm taking out the cover plate, and we're going to see what's going on with this. First of all, just by looking at it, what can you spot code violation wise on this straight out the bat? Because the old owner of this just did some weird work on this, and we're going to try to fix it today. All right, so I'm going to take it out the outlet, or if you want to call it receptacle. And just by looking at this, look at the sheeting on inside. From the past electrical videos that I made, what are the lengths? I'm asking you, what are the lengths of the sheeting is supposed to be that should be inside the box? Obviously, this is too much, and you even have these paper strips that are left over in there. So with the answer, if you said if it was a 1/4 inch of sheeting, then you are correct. All right, so I'm going to be taking out all of the connections, out from the terminals. These are fairly easy to do. Just use your needle nose pliers to take these out to make the job easier. So let's look inside this electrical box and see if you can find the next code violation. You see in there's 2 drywall screws that's pretty much penetrating the electrical box that shouldn't be there. They pretty much use this as used to secure it to a piece of wood behind there, and this is actually a new work J-box. They took out the nails and they just screwed it in there. The right one that they should have used was pretty much an old work, which I'll show you later on. And if you know what I mean, this is not the right way to do it. So the box that they should have used was this old work J-box right here. It has these flappers, which is pretty much used so they can go and sandwich to your drywall. So this should have been the right box. Like what I preached before in my other videos, I don't like using this when using outlets, but this is an exception because this outlet is not going to be used for everyday taking on and off plug. It's going to be pretty much for my oven and my microwave that's going to be plugged in the whole time, and it's not going to get any traffic at all. So we're going to be just using this old piece of wood, or in this case it's just a piece of trim, and I'm going to be using that to use as a backing so that I can build out this drywall, because you don't want any exposed boxes out in the open. As you can see, I'm putting the new drywall piece in. We are going to try to make this look good, but not the very best, because it's still going to be located behind my pantry and there's no need for that. Now you're going to secure it with drywall screws, 2 of them, just to make sure. And you know, since it's going to be behind there, we're just going to patch it up so that it is efficient enough so it'll cover that J-box. Okay, so let's go and start mixing the joint compound. I am using the 20-minute joint compound. There's other ones. There's 20, there's 45, there's 90. It all depends on how fast you are going to be working. In this case, I'm not going to be working too long on it. This is going to be a quick in and out job. So I highly suggest you just use a 5-minute hot mud or this 20-minute joint compound. Mix it to the point where you are satisfied. In this case, my preferred mixture is a yogurt-like texture, and I'm just going to apply it and use this mesh tape before I apply the joint compound. This will help seal those seams and, you know, make the job easier. And I'm just cutting out all those holes and trimming them out so that the joint compound will sit nice and well. If you want to see more joint compound or drywall work, check out all my other drywall checklists or playlists. Check all those videos out. Those are very helpful as well. So I'm just applying it with my 4-inch knife. Again, you don't have to make this super beautiful. because it's going to be located behind there. But if this is going to be out in the open, make sure you check out all my other drywall videos to make it look good, and how I'll show you how to finesse it real well and make it look flawless. All right, so this should be a good enough job. I'm gonna go and measure out where the location is, because I'm gonna be transferring this measurement inside of my pantry, because this outlet is going to be located in there, which is the pantry wall is going to be touching this wall anyways. All right, so I'm going to tuck those wires in so that they will not get in the way when I push that in. I'd like to thank my loving wife for always helping out with these renovations, and we are pushing this pantry wall to wall. So this is going to be, the wall of this pantry is going to be touching the wall of that outlet. All right, so now I'm going to be transferring that measurement now to the pantry wall, and I'm just going to be using this. Make sure you be careful whenever you're drilling right through there. Okay, so I'm just going to be trimming out where this new outlet is going to be. You can kind of see where this is going, so make sure you take your time when you're doing this. Be careful not to cut those old wires. In this case, these wires are pretty much it. I can't take out any more. They are been stapled inside the drywall, so I can't take out any more slack. So I'm going to be adding more to it. I'm going to be using this Southwire cable sheath stripper. This is awesome because it can do 14 gauge and 12 gauge wire. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you want to check this out. So I'm just going to be trimming it out and grooming this piece of wire, and I'm going to make sure that this sheathing is going to look good. Okay, this one's all torn up. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to clean this up for you friends. All right, so it's easy. Just pinch it with your cable or sheathing strippers, and that should be it. This left wire actually is too short. We're going to be extending that, but we're good on the right side cable. Okay, so the right side is good. This left side we will need to extend because it's way too short. Okay, so now I'm gonna be using my old work J box. This is great because this is just gonna go and sandwich between the drywall. I'm just gonna test fit it for now and trim anything that might, you know, get in the way. And I'm gonna secure it now with my drill. Right when you drill those screws, it will sandwich in and compress and have that nice tug fit. Now I'm gonna be using some pigtails to extend that wire. Again, we are going to be using all three wires. This is a 12-2 gauge, perfect for outlets. And I'm going to be using my cable stripper or wire stripper. And I always love using the 221 Wago connectors. These are easy levers. They open up and they attach real well, and you can reuse them as well. So with the pigtail, I like to bend this over like this. This is a little cool trick. In case you do any type of work in the future, all you got to do is bend it like this, and it's easy for you to attach it to very short wiring. Now if you want to see more of how to fix very short wires, I made a video on that. Check out the link on the top right corner, and all the other methods that I use to solve these short wire issues. Okay, so now that we extended it kind of like the same length as the old cable on the right, the sheath stripper has a little looper on there that you can use as well, which is very handy. And now I'm going to be connecting all the wires to the terminals. Make sure you go on a clockwise position, and make sure you tighten this out really tight so they don't move or break away while you're inserting it right there. So connect all the hot wires onto the brass, all the neutrals on the silver, and I'm going to be using this three-way lever to connect all the ground wires, and then connect that ground wire to the green ground terminal port inside of that outlet. Okay, everything is good now. I like using also this volt claw. This volt claw is pretty awesome because if you have if you have big fingers, this will help you out really well to push and twist and manipulate those wires in there so that you can make your job easier and tucking all those wires in. Trust me, it has helped me out really well in all my electrical work. Once that's done, secure all your outlets now, secure it to the box, and you're pretty much close to hitting the finish line on this. So once that is secured, make sure that the outlet is nice and snug, put the cover plate back on, and secure that cover plate. That easy, friends. All right, friends, so that's pretty much how you do this. Check out or leave a comment in the section down below and see what you think of this. This is now going to be where my microwave and oven is going to be. Again, this is the pantry, the new pantry that we installed. Now we have a plug in there so that we can have a place for our oven, our mini microwave, and pretty much, yeah, because we're gonna be hiding those stuff, and now we have this nice outlet in there, nice and clean, better than before. Hit that like, subscribe, notification if you found this video helpful, friends, and I'll see you on the next episode.